Welcome back.
Hi, we're back.
We are back. Okay, although the last show got a lot of views, listens on the SoundCloud, people neglected to hit that like button, so guess what? I get to fucking swear. And I'm gonna swear. If you know what? I am glad nobody hit the like button because I have a lot to swear about today.
Yeah. We have to vent first.
Yeah, I got some stuff.
Shit.
Yes. Wow, I gotta turn this down. Everything's so loud in my ear. Okay. Now, where to begin?
Saturday.
Okay. No, well, we're gonna get to Saturday. That's gonna be a big fucking thing. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now, the majority of the show is gonna be us talking about what happened on Saturday.
Yep.
But first,
a word from our sponsor.
Well,
we don't have any yet.
We're not there yet. Hopefully soon.
So fuck them.
So, okay, first.
Uno.
El Uno. Okay, this is something you'd be interested in, slightly, is I went with my husband last Saturday to see Boz Scaggs. Boz Scaggs is a musician. He had a bunch of hits in the 70s. If you don't know who he is, I can't help you.
I didn't know either.
Oh, my nephew was like, who the hell is that? And then I started playing clips of songs, and he's like, I have no idea. And I'm like, Lido Shuffle? That's like his biggest song. And he's like, I don't even know what that is. It's like, okay. I know like 5 or 6 Boz Scaggs songs, and I was pleased to hear he played pretty much all of them.
All right.
And he played new stuff, but that's not what I want to talk. Well, that's not what I wanted to tell you. The guy who plays guitar for Boz Scaggs is a guy that you know, not personally. And I didn't even know it was him. I was like, what the fuck? Ray Parker Jr.
No shit.
So I saw Ray Parker Jr. play guitar all night, and I didn't even know it was him.
That's probably because he didn't do Ghostbusters.
We weren't there for Ray. Although I'd have been fine if he played.
As soon as I figured it out, I'm like, oh, I'm here for him.
I'd have been fine if he played Ghostbusters. I'd been aces with that, but he did not play Ghostbusters, so.
Yeah, I think he's bald now.
He is.
I think he shaves his hair off now.
He is. Well, he had what do you call that? Just like a 5 o'clock shadow on his head.
Fade.
Yeah, he was faded up. I didn't even know it was him. I was like, wow. So that was kind of.
He didn't have a special guitar strap that says Ray Parker Jr. or.
No, because I would have known that right away.
Yeah.
Been like, oh,
he usually wears that when he plays.
Mm.
I guess maybe he didn't because it wasn't his concert.
It was not his concert.
Mm.
It was not.
Really?
So I was like, oh, I gotta tell Sean that's cool, I guess. And he sang backup, so I kind of heard him sing.
Did you really hear him?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, it was really. I was like, wow. The crowd at a Boz Scaggs show. I'm not trying.
What about him? I've never been.
Well, they're a very polite crowd.
That's good.
Well,
Excuse me, pardon me.
I'll tell you off mic.
Do you have any Great Poupon?
I'll tell you off mic because it's not.
Oh.
There's nothing wrong. They're a very peaceable crowd. Everybody lost their shit and pissed themselves when he played Lido Shuffle. Which is, yeah, it's his most it's probably his most popular song. But here's the thing: although it is his most popular song and it was a big hit for him and good for him, it's not like anything that I think is special. So the whole crowd was on their feet. Now, you and I were out all day Saturday.
Yes, we were.
Which we will talk about in 2 seconds. And so my leg was troubled. Mm-hmm. And everybody got on their feet for this song. And I was like, I don't think I could stand up, Jay. And Jay's like, that's okay, this song's not that great. And I'm like, okay, cool. I said, you can stand up if you want to. And he goes, nope, I'm good. So I said, okay. So Jay and I were the only 2 people sitting during that song.
Jeez, sounds like you did a Colin Kaepernick there.
Oh no!
Yes, I went there.
He went there. You can go there because your wife likes the 49ers. Does she still like the 49ers? Or?
Yeah, but she's not a fan of his anymore.
She's not a fan of his anymore. Some people are coming out like some military people are coming out like in favor of what he did. It's like, well, we fought for his right to do that. But my thing is this, we're totally off subject. It doesn't matter.
That's what we do.
My thing is this, is that it's like, your politics aside, your entire team is standing, you should stand united with your team.
Yes.
It makes it look like he's not a team guy.
Looks like a dick.
And he looks like a dick. When is he gonna get rid of the I've been living in a cave for 3 months beard? It doesn't...
Have you seen his hair? It looks like 6 times that.
Really?
He's got a fro out to here right now.
Does he?
Like he's back in the 70s.
I saw him with... the picture that I saw, he had a hat on, and the beard looked like he was living in a mountain.
Yep.
And just came out to play for a little while.
That's driving me crazy when I see
Oh,
him
I'm
on
sure
TV.
it is. I'm sure it is. But I was like...
Goddamn beard.
So I was like, okay... It doesn't, like, I am very pro facial hair, although Sean is not, but I like, people to keep up with it.
Groom.
I don't like the crazy mountain man look. I don't like that look at all. Yeah, that look kind of, I back up several feet when I see somebody with that. It's like, no. Okay. Oh!
And there you have it.
Sorry.
You didn't hear it here first.
Well, I was contemplating whether or not I was going to talk about this. But I'll give a quick thing. I had bitched to you earlier in the week or maybe last week, because I'm in the Marvel Collector Club.
Yay!
And I did not receive my treat this month.
Oh!
Yes. And I thought maybe I was just being impatient. So I was like, okay, well, I went to the DHL website. And I'm getting there. Big middle finger to DHL. So they don't update their site like ever. So it showed the package coming in on like August 18th and then nothing. So I was waiting, and finally I was like, okay, well, Tuesday should have been the latest it should have got to me. And Tuesday comes and goes, I have no package. I have 0 package.
I should hope so, you're a woman.
Well, never mind.
I wish we had jump set.
Yeah, I was gonna make a joke about it. Never mind.
Beat you.
Yep. So I finally, I'm like, okay, I need to find out what's going on, because they took my money. They took my money without a problem.
Of course.
So I wrote to them on the website, and I was like, I'm not trying to be a jerk, and if I'm being impatient, I'm sorry, because they have this big thing like, don't email us unless it's been X amount of days. So I said, if I'm being an impatient jerk, I apologize, but I never got anything. Here's my tracking number. As it turns out, DHL fucked up and lost my package.
Wow. Morons.
Yes. So the people in charge of this, it's Marvel and Funko. 2 great companies. Yay. So somebody from Funko wrote me. And they're like, we are so sorry. And they're like, we're going to send another one out to you. The latest you'll have it is next Friday. And he's like, it's coming. And I'm like...
From today?
Yeah. So I'm like, that's cool. I'm not...
I'd be like, can you send it USPS?
I know. I was like, maybe you might want to not use DHL. They suck.
Yeah, the first time I was waiting for something. It was being shipped from Kentucky. It was a DVD.
Yeah.
And it was being sent out DHL. And it arrived in Franklin, Mass by DHL. Then they're supposed to switch over the USPS.
Mm-hmm.
And somewhere in there, or maybe on the way, I don't know. They lost it, or they misplaced it, or they didn't tell me. I didn't contact anybody, but I never got it.
That is precisely what happened to me. They lost it in Franklin.
I contacted the guy I bought it from. I told him to look into it. They eventually sent me another one. I got that one. He sent it the same way. I don't get it.
Our lesson today: do not ship anything DHL.
Boo!
Oh, they're cocks.
Yellow bastard.
Yellow bastards, no! So,
I think their colors are yellow and red.
yes they are. Yellow because they're chicken shit.
I was going to say yellow bellies.
Okay, so now, let's get into what happened Saturday.
Yay boo!
Yay boo! We have mixed emotions happening. There's a yay and a boo, because there's a yin and yang to everything in life. So, Saturday,
Second that.
motion carried. So,
Can't hit hard. The little mic's right here.
yeah, don't slam my baby mic. So, so Saturday, we went to 2 locations to film.
Yeah, we did.
The first location is a... I'm not going to tell you the name of the town, but it's an abandoned mental asylum.
Yay!
Now,
That was a cool part.
Sean and I have a...
Us.
Yep, us. Us. Us as in us.
Your podcast team.
Sean and Tara, speaking of myself in the third person.
I'm Sean.
Yes. Was there ever any doubt? No.
You'll never know.
Yeah. So Sean and I have this thing where it's we'll go we want to go places, we want to show you guys cool stuff. We don't want to do anything illegal, encourage people to do anything illegal or
You don't?
well, for the most part. And we don't want to I don't specifically like I can only speak for myself in this realm, but I specifically do not want to trespass. I know
I might want to.
I know there are gray areas, and that life is a gray area. It's not always black and white, but for the most part, we're trying to be law-abiding. Now, this abandoned asylum in this town is not closed to the public. It is open to the public. It's a park, and you can go and you can walk around. You can walk around the buildings.
Which we did.
But you cannot go in the buildings.
Which we couldn't.
The buildings were all boarded off, and they have big signs everywhere. And did we see surveillance signs?
I didn't.
I thought I saw one sign, like, when we first got there. When we first walked in, that said, like, you know, you're being watched on camera. I thought I saw a sign.
If it is, I missed it.
I could be wrong. If I see it in the footage, I'll let you know.
Yes.
But I think it said you're being watched. But anyway, I know that they have security that patrols. Although we saw nobody.
No.
We saw nobody. So you're able to walk around. Don't go in the buildings. And it's...
You can't unless you have a ladder.
I know
that
like
windows on second level.
Anything above first floor is open. The windows are open, and I'm like, ooh, if only, right?
It looked like to me they were just there like maybe a week or two before us, because all the windows and doors were boarded up with bright, shiny, like new-looking nails.
Yes,
and there were padlocks on some of the front doors, which looked like they were just bought.
Yeah, well, is the thing that we were like, oh, we should go, is the town owns it. They recently have been voting as to whether or not they're going to demolish it.
Oh!
So I said to Sean, if we're going to go up,
Go now.
because it's way up, Massachusetts. It's way up there. So I said, if we're going to go, like, we have to make a plan and we have to go because it's going to be gone. And it'll be, I know it would be one of those things that we'd be sitting there going, we should have gone. Like, I didn't want to regret that we didn't go.
You'd be saying that at least a couple times during a month period.
Yeah. Well,
I wish we made it.
Yeah, there's a location that I just found out about.
I wish I was a little bit taller.
I wish I was a ball. There's a location that I just found out about, and I think it's about to be demolished as well. And I'm like, oh, we just got to try to get there in the next few weeks. It's like, oh. But it's tough. So, anyway, so we went up to this park. We parked the car, and we didn't really know what to expect. So, you kind of walk up this road, and we, you know...
It has little arrows on it.
Yeah, little pink arrows. We posted on the Instagram page a bunch of photos. And I think...
Check it out. Check it out.
Yeah, go to the Instagram page. Hashtag Just Saying Podcast, I think, is the name of the page. And you'll know us by the little plate logo. Yeah. That's us. Easily recognizable. So...
We're the only podcast with the mass plate.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. So, we uploaded some pics.
You gotta represent.
Of course. And they got well liked, which was nice. And so we followed the little pink arrows, and you literally go down this road for a little bit, and then you turn the corner, and there's this big brick building. And it's like, boom, you're there. And there's, I would say, over 30 buildings. Because I think we started, it was 36, the building number. I think
it's close to 50.
Yeah, it's an insane amount of buildings.
40 to 50 range.
We spent...
In these 2 hours?
Yeah, just maybe a pube hair over 2 hours. Just a little over 2 hours. Yeah, that was gross. I shouldn't say that. So we spent just a little over 2 hours. Probably edit that out. So we spent well, I can't edit out of the video. So, but I might put it out. Anyway, so...
Edit that too.
Yeah, no, I don't give a fuck. So... So we spent over 2 hours walking around, and we left feeling like we didn't really scratch the surface. But it was like, you know, getting later in the day, we wanted to, because it's in an area that isn't easily accessible for us because we live in a completely different direction. So I said, well, you know, we need to make it worth the trip, so let's try to do a twofer and find something else up there.
I'm always down for that.
Yeah. So originally we were going to go to this one location, and then I mentioned to Sean about this about this abandoned prison, which he was automatically like, what? And it's public accessible, so you're not trespassing. It's owned, I believe, because it's on wetlands now, but I believe it's owned by, like, the water department or something.
Yeah, we were seeing signs for, like, a water department.
Yeah. So, it was like, you're not really trespassing, and you can go and check it out, and so we were like, yeah, let's do it. So, it was, what was it, maybe like an hour from where we were already?
Yeah.
Something like that. So... we throw it in the GPS and we get there. Well, first, we get to the area that we thought it was. And we park the car.
Not in Harvard Yard.
No. You can't even park in Harvard Yard. Fuck. So we park the car.
Dumb saying.
And it is. It's a misnomer because you can't do that. So, it's like saying I park my car in my house. You don't do that. So...
oh, if you go through the wall, yeah. Hey, I'm in the living room. Hi.
Illegal entry. So we park the car. We walk down this dirt path, and it curves, and you're walking down this forest path. This forest path is, yay wide. It's not even wide enough for a car.
No.
But wide enough for two people to walk down side by side.
Yes.
So we're walking down the dirt path, and that dumps you out at another dirt path. And it's like you can go right or left. We opted for left. I don't even know why we went left.
You can get with this, or you can get with
that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. This is where it's at. We went left. So...
I second that.
Yep. So we went left. I think the dog just gassed. Something stinks.
She went with that.
Yeah. Ugh. Anyway.
We went with this. She went with that. So. See what happens when you go with that?
Yep.
You get gas.
Yep. Nasty. Dirty bitch. So, we went left, and we're walking and walking. I think we must have walked for about 20 minutes.
At least.
And we are in the middle
of nowhere.
Of nowhere. We're in the middle of nowhere. We're in the middle of the forest. We have 0 cellular reception.
So it felt like a Blair Witch moment. Except in the daytime.
And I'm just like, but you know what though?
What?
Here's my thing with that though.
Yes.
It was the middle of the day, right? But
early in the day, but yeah.
It was around like somewhere between 12 and 1, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Because by the time we got to the thing, it was anyway. We'll get there. So you're walking down this dirt path, and it's like encased with trees, so it's blocking most of the sun. So you're walking down this shaded, creepy ass path.
But the shade was good.
The shade was nice, and I also posted pictures of that as well. The dirt path we walked down.
Look for that.
That's also on the Instagram page. So finally, Sean and I were kind of looking at each other, we could literally be walking down here for hours. It's because this particular area is
70-something.
78 acres. That's a lot.
Huge.
That's a lot. I can't put into words.
Easily.
I can't put into words. Yeah.
No signs, no cell service.
Yeah, and there's these little paths through the woods. And I'm like, no. Because in my head I was like, well, what if we have to take one of these little paths to get to where we want to go? And the other voice in my head was like, oh, fuck that. Fuck that. Not worth a YouTube video. Not worth it. So finally, Sean is like, maybe we should ask, because there are random joggers jogging up and down the thing.
And a couple of bikers.
Yeah, a couple of occasional bikers, yeah.
Not motorcycle bikers.
No. Just
not this.
The regular shitty pedal kind. So, we're just sitting there like, okay, maybe we should ask a jogger. And this is the way that my mind works.
And this is how we went through with it.
No, well, this is the way that my mind works. I said, okay. I'm running through scenarios in my head. Okay, well, I ask a jogger. He turns out to be a complete psychopath. He sends us on a wrong path through the woods. We get lost. He comes up behind us and kills us. I said, this is what's going to happen. And then, so immediately...
Typical movie moment, because we got no cell service to call anybody.
I can't do anything about anything.
There's nobody else around.
I can't do anything. I have nothing on me. So I'm like, we'd be fucked. So I said to Sean, and this is going to sound sexist, but hear me out. All right? Don't hashtag sexist me. Okay? Just hear me out when I say this. I look at Sean and I say, if we're going to ask somebody, it has to be a woman. Because there's a chance I could take her. There's a good chance I could take her. So I said, we're going to ask a woman, and it has to be somebody I think I can take. And Sean's like, okay. So,
all right, I go with that.
Yep. So we see this woman. She is toothpick thin. I don't know why she was fucking jogging anyway. She was thin as shit. She looked like she needed a shake. She needed a milkshake and a hamburger. She looked like if she walked over a grate in the street, she'd fall through. It was disgusting. I'm like, what are you jogging for? So she was like older. So I look at Sean. I'm like, I think I can take her. Let's ask her. I think
The
I
only
can take...
advantage she had over you is she can jog.
Yeah, she can jog, but...
You can't run with your ankle.
Yeah, dude, but I outweighed her by like 100 pounds at least. So I just fucking sit on her and you can go get cell service or something.
That and I was here with you, so.
Well, yeah, I mean,
it wasn't 2-on-1.
2-on-1, and I'm... You know what? I've
I
never...
would have left it all to you because she's a woman.
Yeah, I've never had to fight before, but I think I could have taken her. I could have at least restrained her.
Yeah.
Her arms were like little, like the size of my fucking pinky.
You could have just went like this.
I could have engulfed her.
She could have went tumbling down the hill.
She's a mic stand. I think I could have fucked her out.
Jogging in.
So,
jogging in.
She's jogging. And we...
For those of you that are just listening, I just picked up the mic stand and I made it act like it was jogging.
Yeah, Sean's fucking with the mic. Thud. So I stop her and say, "Excuse me, ma'am, but do you know where the abandoned prison is?"
And the microfilm.
The first thing she said to me, and this is what made me like, what the fuck? The first thing she said to me was, "I don't even know what that is." And then she says to me, "Oh, I think it's down by the beach." Okay, so you either don't know where it is, or you know where it is. And then she's like, then she starts going, "Okay, well, you're going to want to come out here, and you're going to want to take a left, and then take a left, and then take a left."
So we're almost doing a circle.
So Shauna and I kind of look at each other, and it's one of those things where it's like, okay, she really wasn't sure what she was talking about, but we don't know where we are.
She came off like she didn't really know the area.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, while she's talking to you, if you don't know this area, why are you jogging out here?
That's a damn fine question, because you know what? As we'll get into later, anything can happen anywhere. Mm-hmm. Not there yet. Hang in there. Okay, so we make the ultimate decision to turn around and head back to the car. We're going to head back to the car. We're going to take all these lefts this bitch suggested. I shouldn't say that, but fuck, she ain't listening. So we just take all those lefts that she suggested, and we're going to try going the opposite way. So, I mean, it was a trek just to get back to the car. And I'm like, ooh, boy. So we make it back to the car. We go left. We take another left. And then there's a small sign for a park. And we bang another left. Yeah, now, we bang the fuck out of the left. So we're going down the road. And I see this big... If you're ever in, like, a mall... And you see those little directories... That's like, "You are here." There was literally one of these things on a big wooden stand. So we pull off the road. And we run over. And we're like, this is... I wish we had filmed this part of it. Because, like, us trying to find it... it was just... It was too
looking
funny.
at the map, it looked simple.
Meanwhile, I still have 0 cell reception. 0. And so I can't Google where we are. I can't access my GPS because it can't find a network. So we're just existing at this point. So we run over to the little "You Are Here" thing, and there's literally one of those little things. I think I took a picture of it, but I don't think I posted it.
That way we were able to have a map.
Yeah, I took a picture in case we needed some kind of map, which it didn't even work. It didn't even work.
When you need a map, it sucks to have one that's on a little phone. That's when you want a real map.
Yeah. Yep. That's when the old school shit.
Yep.
Yeah. And I was like, if only we'd printed something or had something ready. But anyway.
We do now.
Yeah. Oh, let me tell you. We'll get there. So... so we go to the little "You Are Here" thing. And I know the name of the road that this thing is on. So I said, well, look, here's the road that we need. Okay? And I follow it with my hand. So I'm like, okay, basically we're going to go down here. We're going to bear to the right. and it should be right down there.
Should.
Well, technically, it was. So, we're like, okay, let's do it. So we jump back in the car. Now,
let's do it.
As I said at the top of the show, I had to go to Boz Skaggs. So I'm also looking at the time. And I'm like, we have to, and we're like 3 hours from home. So I'm like,
3 hour
tour. A 3 hour tour. So I'm like, we need to either find this thing or give up. Because it's not, if I'm late, I'm going to have to get divorced.
Because you got plans for that concert.
No. Although he would have been unhappy, but they wouldn't have landed in divorce. So, we go down the road, and we come to the beach that the woman had mentioned. Baby beach. The baby beach.
It was a toddler.
This thing was a sandbox. It was a sandbox next to a puddle. And they were calling this a beach. I'm like, this is not...
You're like combining the coastal area of a beach with a pond. That's what it looked like to me. A beach and a pond.
This was a man-made beach, I guarantee it.
And that water didn't look very tempting to swimming in.
That water looked absolutely disgusting. It was brown. And people were at this beach. Living it up.
Brown for a reason.
Living it up like they were fucking in the Caribbean. I'm like, no. It's disgusting. Yes. It's gross. So we see the beach.
Hey, beach.
There's a road that goes to the right. And we were like, okay, this must be it. This has to be it. It's the name of the road we need. It's going where we want it to go. This is the road. So we get out of the car and we start walking. Now there's, like any kind of like thing, there's road, what do you call that? What do you call those, barriers for the road?
Yeah.
Now the gate of the barrier was open. So, I mean, this road I'm very skeptic of the road. And it looked very bumpy, and it's dirt.
And you're right on both.
Yep. And Sean and I were looking at the road, and we started to walk down the road, and then Sean looks at me and goes, is there any possible way we could drive instead?
Yes.
And I said, well, I don't know.
It looked like it.
So we walk over because they have a big, pole there. And on the pole they have, you can snowmobile, you can ride your bike, you can do this. Don't do this, this, and this. There was no picture of a car at all.
And you really looked.
I really did.
Because a good, 5-10 minutes looking around.
Yeah. I was looking for.
Be sure.
I was looking for no car entry signs. Because the last thing that I need is to get busted by somebody who takes their job way too fucking seriously.
Yep.
And I have a problem. I don't need a problem. I needed to get home to go to Boz Skaggs. I
had a problem.
I just wanted to say that one more time.
We couldn't find our destination.
Yes, we were. Yeah, this fucking road. So we make the decision. We're gonna get back in the car. We're gonna drive down this road. Fuck it. They better not talk shit to us. I'm in no mood. I was in no mood at this point. It was 88 degrees.
Yes.
It was really hot.
Actually, it's supposed to be around 84 to 88, but it felt a little bit more than that.
It was yet another day I regretted pants. As I tend to.
At the same time, we were halfway across the state, so we were inland. That's why it was hotter.
No, it was way hotter. I think I saw 90 on the dash, but I'm not sure. Anyway. So, we get in the car, and we begin driving down this road. This road... Let me tell you something. I said it when we were coming back. When we reached the end, we decided to film. And
Yep.
I make a comment where I say, I've driven up Mount Washington before. I drove up, Jay drove the car down. I was not as terrified as I was driving down this road. This road, it was just horrifying. It's dirt road. It's uneven. There's potholes everywhere.
It's like a roller coaster at times.
It's you're up, you're down, you're up, you're down. There's sharp bends. So you can only...
At least 2 of those.
Yeah, there's a few sharp bends. It's in a lot of it, you're encased with woods, so you can't really look around. You're just looking at woods. At one point, it opens up to a very small field, and that's where we saw the guy playing with his little airplane.
Mm-hmm.
Aside from that guy and one person driving back from the way that we were going, we saw nobody.
Nope.
We saw nobody. It was creepy as shit. Now, earlier in the day, we had filmed at an abandoned mental asylum.
And we had the whole place to ourselves.
Nice. I mean, that place is so big.
How big was it, Ty?
It was so big. There were people there walking their dogs.
In distance.
But because the place is so big, you never see anybody. So it felt like, even though there are people somewhere, it felt like we were alone. And this place that we went in the woods, we were alone.
It was a different alone feeling that we
It was
had,
a
though.
very different alone feeling, and it was just...
We've seen enough movies to know what that alone feeling felt like.
I've seen
Even
enough.
though it was daytime.
I've seen enough to know I don't want any part of it. But so we're driving and there's nobody. There's the guy playing with his little model airplane, and then we saw a truck coming this way, the opposite direction from us, and those were the only people that we saw.
And we were curious where the hell they came from.
I have no idea where they came from.
When we got to the very end, we couldn't go any further.
Yes, we got to the very end of this road. And
About 20 minutes later.
Yeah. And it comes to a fork. There's rocks.
Fork you.
There's rocks, and then there's an elevated walkway.
Big
so
rocks.
the road ends, and then there's a walkway above how the road ends. And that's it.
You're fucked.
You are fucked, my friend. You're fucked.
Turn around and go home. Well, that's the end of the trip. Bye.
It's too bad we can't stay. So we were kind of looking around, and I was like, we completely missed what we were looking for, which was this abandoned site.
Which was like 5 minutes after we started.
Yeah, and
Out of the 20-minute trip down to the end.
yeah, we drove 20 minutes down this road. The reason I know we drove 20 minutes is because we filmed it on the way back. I looked at Sean and I'm like, we need to, I don't know if it was you or me who was like, we should film this. And then we were like, yeah, because...
We both agreed.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, yeah, we need to salvage something out of this. And
we felt that type of road, people gotta see that.
Oh, God, yes. Yes.
It felt a little scarier going in than going back, but...
You think so?
It was still a roller coaster ride back, though.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was way scarier
Going in.
going in. And I'm debating whether or not the next time we go, we should film it going in. I don't know.
I say yes.
You say yes? Here's the thing. We filmed it, so we have the footage. But the external mic that I have that we use is very sensitive. So
Yes, it is. It's right here on the table.
Yeah, because we're filming the video for the video of the podcast for the YouTube channel. If you're listening on SoundCloud, you can pop over to YouTube and see the video of the show. It's
if you really want to watch us.
Well, whatever you want to do. We've got both people.
Well, I hear some people. They like to watch the video, and some people like to just listen to the show.
Yeah, well, it's on SoundCloud, it's on iTunes, it's on Stitcher. So we're all our bases are covered. We got you no matter where you want to go.
Yeah.
So we filmed it coming back to try to salvage something out of the whole thing. Oh, the bridge. Oh, there is this bridge. Now, I have an SUV. And the bridge is probably as wide as my SUV. Like, when we were going in, when we first came to the bridge, I looked at Sean and I'm like, should we just turn around? Like, do you think we should go over the bridge?
Going in, it did look like it was a tight squeeze.
It not only did it look like a tight squeeze, but I didn't trust it.
Yeah.
I was like, is this wood? Is it metal? What is it? Is it rickety? Like, what's going to happen? Because I'm picturing the thing in the movies. You know when people, like, start going over and boards creak and break?
Yep.
I'm like, I'm not getting stranded on the other side of the thing. And then I look over and I'm like, okay, there's this little stream that crosses underneath. And I immediately thought to myself, okay, well, if we fall in this little ravine thing, we're not going to die.
We're going to go for a swim.
We're not going to die. Our shoes are going to get wet.
Boo!
Perhaps pants. Well, I had pants. Yeah, you had shorts. So your knees will get wet. But other than that, I mean, we would have lived. So I'm like, okay, let's go.
Right.
We're not going to die. Let's go.
We didn't want like a Friday the 13th Part 3 moment where we're going over the bridge and not only are the boards moving up and down, but one of them gives out in an area and the tire goes right through.
Oh, fuck!
And then you can't move.
No, I don't want that. So we go over the bridge. Now coming back, obviously we show you the bridge, and it's just frightening. And that bridge,
it's all too shocking.
It was that bridge. I was like, oh boy. Now the only thing, we're gonna be posting the New Bedford video, I think, this weekend.
Yay!
And so the following week will be the footage that we're talking about today.
Yay!
And yay! Woo! And we're gonna be filming this weekend. So there'll be more footage. It's the footage. The location footage is gonna slow down, probably for the winter time. There's a couple of winter locations we're gonna try to hit, but there's not too much outside we can do in the winter, and plus,
between now and the end of October, we're gonna give you what we can.
Yeah, we're gonna try to film as much as we can.
After that, weather permitting.
Yeah, I mean, weather permitting and schedules permitting. I mean, you know, life happens outside, and unfortunately, we don't. This isn't our main income yet, so perhaps someday.
We're hoping.
Yes, that would be great. So we get paid to do just this, but that'd be. So you got to pay bills. So, but anyway. So, on the way back. So the footage that we shot in the car is good footage. It looks awesome. Cause I gave Sean the camera to hold. What do you? Oh, hi.
I'm just trying to find something to represent the film.
Okay. I gotcha.
So for the video footage, we're gonna kind of give you a visual of what I was doing.
Okay, well, I'll narrate then.
Yeah.
So he was holding my phone, which I use as my primary camera, and he basically had his phone in his fingers, and the fingers that he wasn't using to hold the phone, he was using to hold the visor in the car.
So I was like this for almost 20 minutes in the car.
Yeah, he was gripping the life out of my visor for 20 minutes. Which he will never have to do again, because I said, you know, it might come up again where we want to shoot road footage of something. Like if we can't get out of the car and there's something cool. something like that. So I got some equipment like specifically for that now. So he's never gonna have to bust his fingers on that again. But so it looks really cool because you have the perfect vantage point, the perfect point of view. But the external mic that we were using for it, which is sitting right here between us, is an incredibly sensitive mic, and the bumps just made the sound. It's inaudible.
Horrible.
It's inaudible except when the car stops, and we talk and we say something, and then once we get going again, the bumps just cause it to go crazy. So I think what we're gonna do before we post it up is we'll just do some kind of commentary over it, because it's great footage and I don't want to scrap it. So we're gonna improvise and do a little commentary thing for it.
Well, it's good footage to put up for anybody that watches the show. I'm like, hey, I want to go visit there.
Yes.
Well, if you go down this road, you know what to expect.
Oh God, expect just
the unexpected.
Oh gosh. Now in the video, and I think we say it to each other, in the video we pass this concrete building that looks like it doesn't look like what we're looking for, and I say, and we literally look at each other going, what's this building, and I hope it's not the thing that we want. And I say to Sean, wouldn't it piss you off to get home and find out that that's part of the thing we were looking for?
Guess what?
So we got home, and I immediately started doing research because I say it in the video, of course you can't really hear me, and I say we need to do some kind of redemption. I need a web redemption. We need to fix this. We were going there. We need to find it. I feel like we failed, and it just sucks. So I said,
"I'm not our fault."
No, it wasn't our fault. But I was like, I don't want this.
So many roads with no signs.
There's dirt roads that branch off everywhere, and
branch off like the forest it's in.
Yes. And why don't you make like a tree and get out of here?
It's leave, you idiot. Make like a tree and leave. You sound like a damn fool when you say it wrong. All right, then, leave. Show our buddy Joe out there, and his girl Sam is going to enjoy that one. Hi, guys.
Perhaps. So, we got home, and I started doing some research. And I texted Sean and said, hey, remember that brick building that we saw? Yeah, that's it. He's like, no fucking way. It's like, yup, that's exactly where we were supposed to be. So, we're going to try it again. And this time we have not only this time, we have a greater idea where we're going. We have some printed maps that we can use. I have some new equipment that I get to test out, so that should be cool. And here's the thing. I've been freaked out all week. Yes. And because I saw something, and you can't unring the bell.
No, you
I
can't.
saw something I wish I hadn't seen.
And she showed it to me before we started tonight.
Well, because I wanted you to understand my precaution.
It's a good one. Yes,
absolutely. Because it was something that it never really occurred to me. I saw this YouTube video. Now, I'm into urban exploration. I don't mind other people going to abandoned things and trespassing because it's not me. Yeah, get arrested. So, and I saw one where this cop was yelling at these two guys, and he's like, I am literally going to put you in jail for the night if I have to come back here. So they had to go away. But anyway, so I saw this YouTube video, this guy and his friend. And I've seen other videos that he does. He does a lot of urban exploration videos, but he also does some comedy stuff like, hey, how do you pick up a girl with fucking a teddy bear? Like, Like, stupid shit like that, you know? 10 ways to...
Woo you, woman.
Yeah. Just goofy shit. So, so I went to watch his video, and there's a park or forest. It's a forest in England where this gentleman lives. It's a park in England called Epping Forest. Now, apparently, this is a forest where a lot of people go to dump bodies.
Truthfully.
Yes.
Literally.
Yeah, I googled this thing, and
it's in the UK.
Yes, there's a lot of news articles like this person was found in the forest, and it's like, oh my god. So they were walking through this forest to videotape it for their YouTube channel, and isn't it like in the first 5 minutes he's like, I'm literally risking my life for you guys?
Yeah.
And he's like, this is crazy, why are we doing this?
He's already paranoid.
Yeah, well, I would be too. First of all, wouldn't be in the woods in the middle of the night. Fucking not happening. Ever.
With no light anywhere except for your phone.
Yeah, he only has the light from... and he's with his friend. They only have the lights from the cameras. They can't see more than 5 feet in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's pitch black. In the first... It's only a 10-minute video, so in the first, 3 minutes, it starts pouring rain. And now they're paranoid because they're like...
That would happen to us.
It totally would. It totally would. And now they're paranoid because they're like, we can't even... The rain is, masking all the sounds. We can't hear anything beyond the rain. Which, so they're wicked paranoid about that. Then they ended up getting lost and kind of walking in a circle. And then...
Or it could have been the Blair Witch.
Well, and then they find a dead body.
Is he sleeping?
Yeah, one of the guys, his fucking friend is like, I think he's sleeping. Yeah, he's not moving and he doesn't have a head.
And
that's one hell of a nap.
His body's sideways, facing a tree trunk.
Yes.
How is that comfy?
And you know what? Here's my thing.
What?
If you and I will walk in, and I even saw something, I think at first he thought it was a homeless guy. I wouldn't even go running up to a homeless guy.
Nope.
If he's sleeping on the ground, you don't know.
In the middle of the woods?
Yeah. What the fuck? So I'm like, no.
A homeless guy would try to find some other, a better place in the woods than just laying there next to a tree.
Well, you know what? I believe in leaving people alone.
Yeah.
I don't invade people's personal space. I expect that of other people. And so I'm not going to go running up to some guy. Even if I thought he was sleeping, although he didn't have a head, so I don't know what the fuck.
I gotta see it again. I didn't notice that his head was missing.
I only know that because the guy said it.
Oh.
One of the kids. Now I call them kids. They're probably in their early 20s. But he's like,
kids.
Yeah, he's like, dude, I don't think he doesn't have a head. And I'm like, what? It literally looks like somebody's wrapped up in a parka. So I don't even know where he got that the guy didn't have a head. But anyway.
That's how I'm confused with it.
So they're like, oh my god, they get a little closer. Now what drew them there was a flashlight on the ground that was pointed at the whole thing. Which is it was like somebody dropped their flashlight and was doing something else.
Mm-hmm.
And then
they were.
Yeah. And then came back. I mean, if I saw somebody on the ground, flashlight 5 feet from them, no, I'm not going to walk up and say hello. And they're literally, yeah. Oh, why? Why? So, the guys are freaked out, and naturally, actually freaked the fuck out, as I would be as well. I think I would have cried at that point. But, so this guy, you hear this guy, and he comes out of nowhere, and he's like, oh, excuse me.
All I could see in that part of the film is just his hands.
Yeah, well,
it's all black, and all you see is these hands.
They blurred out his face. Rightfully so. Because,
well, considering the type of guy that is, I wouldn't blur him out. I'm like, this is the guy that tried to get me.
Well,
You see this, man? Call the police.
Well, hang on now. So
I know, I'm always jumping ahead 2 steps.
you are, but that's okay. So the guy's like, "Oh, excuse me," and
Yes?
the kids are already backing up. The guys are already backing up. They're like, "Oh, sorry, bro. And the guy's like, "Wait, where you going?" And they're like backing up even faster. And he's like, and the kids have their cameras pointed at him. And he's like, "Well, I'm not gonna hurt you. Don't run. I'm not gonna hurt you." And then you clearly see his hand reach up and grab an axe out of a tree, pull the axe down, and at that point the kids are like, "Fuck!" And they run. I would have not only kept crying, but I would have peed myself. I would have peed myself and wept and fetal position in the middle of the ground. And they were running, and I'm like, I have a bad knee. I can't. There's only so far I can run.
We would have been like Vern on Stand By Me when he's like attached himself to the train tracks. And Goy's trying to get him off the train tracks because the train's coming behind him.
And you know what? My only thought at that point would have been, I curse these shoes. Because no matter what situation, I would have been wearing the wrong sneakers for it.
And if I were you, I'd curse your ankle.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But
damn ankle. So they run. They run fast. Now the footage cuts down, and they're on a road. And the guy like turns the camera back to his face. He's like, we're on the road, and we're just trying to get out of here. And they look to their left, and there's a car down the road. So they go, "Oh, excuse me, help! We need help. Excuse me." It's the fucking guy. Well, we don't see his face, but the kid yells, "It's him! It's him!" And then they take off running.
So he's about to have a Goonies moment now.
Yes!
When Chuck was trying to flag down somebody, and all of a sudden he flagged down the Fratelli brothers.
Yes. I can describe them. Yes. So they're running again, and they kind of dip off the side of the road, and they hide out. And I don't know how long they were there, but that's where the video cuts. And they wanted a bunch of likes to hit the sequel, so they're like, 30,000 likes, we'll post up part 2 or whatever. Now, I saw this, I was immediately freaked out, but there was a part of me that thought, well, maybe it's bullshit. Maybe it's not true. Like, I'm sure it's just a YouTube video. So, but I went on the kid's Twitter account to see if he said anything about it. And apparently, I'm watching you now because I know what you're doing. Oh, Sean's got to play the Goonies clip now.
You're not going to be able to hear it much because I can't get this thing to turn up.
Okay. Yep. So. Yep. I don't know if you guys can hear that at all. So anyway.
You gotta turn the volume up on that one because the volume on this laptop ain't that good right now.
So
that's the scene.
So where the fuck was I?
They're on the side of the road.
No, I already got that. So I went on the kid's thing. Yeah, he went on the Twitter thing. And it turns out that he videotaped and Snapchatted them at the police station filing a report. So I was like, oh, fuck. Because filing a false report is illegal, as you may or may not know. So I'm pretty sure it's true. Which freaked me out even more. So when Sean and I were at our business dinner tonight...
It was business.
It was. I said to him, I was like, listen, do you have any kind of... any kind of weapon that that.
Why, yes, I do.
Are you packing a weapon? Why, yes.
All the time.
Oh, god damn.
Take it everywhere I go.
Okay. I walked right into that. I set it up. I just set it up and he knocks it down. What can I do? So, I said, listen, I've been real freaked out all week because I saw this video and it never even occurred to me that when we go to some of these places, we could be walking into something.
Not a wall.
Yeah, we could be walking into something not very welcoming. So, I explained the video, I showed him the video, and I think you were like, oh yeah.
Well, you got me thinking afterwards.
Yeah. So, I mean, we're going back to this place, but we're going equipped.
I'm packing a lot of stuff in the backpack for this.
Yeah, we're going to be all set. And not only that, but my radio-minded husband is giving us,
our engineer.
Yeah, my technical advisor. Well, because we don't, there's no self-service out there. And I am very accident-prone. I'm very klutzy. I always have been. So I said to him, I said, if I fall, I probably will, and, there's a problem, or one of us gets hurt, there won't be anything we can do. I mean, they say in times of, stress or whatever, that you get, these random acts of strength, so I might be able to throw you over my shoulder. If I get, a huge adrenaline rush, you're like, no! You're not dying here today!
Like in the first episode of The Incredible Hulk?
Yeah.
The old TV series?
So, but I was like, we need to be able to get to somebody, and so Jay's gonna hook us up with everything that we're gonna need to be able to contact not only each other, because normally on shoots, sometimes, well, I should say normally, but not all the time, we'll split up.
It's usually how the footage gets better.
The footage does get better. I'm not comfortable really at all splitting up at this location. No, not at all. But we will have radios so we can talk to each other because there's an underground thing, and I don't because of my leg and my knee and all my other shit. I said I don't know if I'm gonna go down there because I might not be able to get back up. So Sean's definite I'm going down there.
I'm in.
Yep, he's both feet in. So if one of us goes and one of us stays or whatever, I mean we can still talk to each other, and so we should be all set there. But it's we've done more preparation for this, and we've already been there for this thing than we have anything else. But I think going forward, this is probably how we should do it because, when we go these places and sometimes it's okay, well, we should be ready for anything because you never know what's going to happen.
Right.
And I don't know Kung Fu. And I kind of wish I did. I know kick you in the nuts. And I'm pretty sure I can take thin female joggers, but other than that, I mean, that's my wheelhouse.
Maybe I can kick him in the stomach and give him the Stone Cold Stunner.
He's gonna give the stunner. Did you hear what happened to Stone Cold?
No, I did not.
Oh God! See how we transitioned into that? It was almost like we planned it. We didn't. He was working out because apparently he still does that. He looks kind of chubby.
Oh, his belly, yeah, but his arms are freaking huge right now.
Does he still have that show?
Yeah, he does.
Does he? He has a show.
Broken Skull Ranch.
Yeah, he's got a show. Why not?
Well, actually, he's got some other one, too. It's on an island, but... I tried watching that before, and we were bored with it.
Really?
You don't see Austin that much in that one.
Really?
He's like pretty much the host, and he'll be there for the beginning to explain the thing. Then you won't see him for a little while, and he's like off to the side somewhere.
Sets up the pins and knocks him down.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So what do you do?
Oh, so he was working out, and something in his arm popped, and now where his elbow should be, he's got this huge bubble thing. And he took a picture of it and posted it on Twitter. It's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen.
I gotta find this now.
And I mean, it doesn't seem like he's seeking medical attention for it. And he has some kind of... It's a form of bursitis, but I don't know the form. I can't pronounce it, because you know how people, all the medical shit. It's this big long word, bursitis. I knew the word bursitis. It was all...
Welcome back, Carter.
Yeah.
That's one of the notes. Epstein's mother.
Click on that. So, it's disgusting. And I was like, ew. And he doesn't make mention of, like, I'm going to go to a doctor or anything. There's no, like... He's just...
Right elbow?
He didn't say. I think it's his left. I'm not sure. He just said, basically, all he was doing was picking up a weight, and he felt something pop.
In his early days, when he was around ECW, in between WCW and WWE, he had an injury to his arm, like his elbow. And he had surgery done and something on it.
Ew.
That's why he didn't wrestle much when he was in ECW. And that's why he got let go from WCW. He couldn't wrestle. Bischoff was being a dick.
Oh.
They didn't look at him as being marketable. Bye. You're fired.
How was he not marketable? Wasn't he like one of the biggest
his
T-shirt sellers?
I'm sure Bischoff was kicking himself in the ass after Austin started making it in WWE.
Yeah.
You know how, you prick.
Well, it'll load up. You'll be fine. So, yeah, so his elbow's all fucked up. I don't know.
I wish I could see it, but this computer's slow.
You kind of don't want to see it. It's gross.
No, all these ads all over the place.
Yeah.
Loading up first. Come on. Prick.
So now I'm trying to desperately remember.
Ah, ooh, kitty cat looking at me. Peekaboo!
That's gross. Yeah. See, there it is. That's his elbow, dude. He's got a big bubble on his elbow. It's gross. Disgusting.
Like he's got a huge golf ball or something under his skin.
Yeah. That's nasty. I saw it and now I was like, ew. And you pulled it up and I'm looking at it again. I'm still disgusted.
Ew.
It's gross. Do you still watch Family Guy?
No.
Not really.
Why?
Oh, I heard I didn't really watch a ton of it last season.
It's been really dry the past couple seasons.
Yeah, well,
a chuckle here, a chuckle there.
Yeah. I mean, I thought maybe it had fallen off a little bit because he was focusing on
like 2 or 3 other shows.
Yeah, I mean, he had something else going on, and then he was doing Ted too, which I'm in the minority. I didn't really like Ted. Sorry. I know.
Well, the second was funnier than the first.
Was it?
Yes.
No. I haven't seen
I wasn't
it.
really into it either, but when I say, hey, I'll watch the second one. Oh, shit, this is funnier.
Okay. Isn't Tom Brady in it?
Yes.
Nope, not gonna watch it. Nope. No, I don't need to see it. Tom Brady's in it. Nope. All set. So I thought maybe he was focusing too much on other stuff, and just didn't have the time to dedicate to the show. But they did say this week that in the upcoming season, Vinny will be back.
Vinny Barbarino?
No.
Oh.
You remember the little dog when Brian died? Vinny.
Yeah.
The little brown dog. He was voiced by the guy from The Sopranos, which made it awesome. But Vinny's coming back. And I don't know in what capacity, but I was like, that actually made me want to watch the show. 'Cause I thought the Brian was dead storyline was fine. I liked it.
And so many other people said no.
Yeah, I mean, That's a huge bug.
Yes, it is.
Holy shit, it's an aircraft carrier. Wow. Jesus. Sorry.
There's like 3 different bugs flying around the house right now. This one's the biggest.
Shit. Oh, he's in a gang. Look, he's got a headband and everything.
Oh, I see a little chain.
Street tough. He's a big old street tough. So.
He's going to whip out his gat in a minute.
Oh, he might. So, but alright, so I managed to squeeze in a thing. What else? Shit. Luke Cage, Netflix, Luke Cage drops at the end of the month. I'm wicked excited about it. They have a huge hip-hop, old school hip-hop thing with like, Wu-Tang, Nas, I can't read my own handwriting.
Because it's too small.
Joe, shush!
We talked about this last week.
Tribe Called Quest Gangstar. Every episode of the first season is named after a Gangstar song, which I'm like, this is awesome.
Yes, sir.
Yes! So that made me even more excited to watch it.
Yay!
So I'm pumped about that. Real quick! What? Michael Keaton!
Tim Curry!
No! Michael Keaton!
What movie?
It's, actually related to Spiderman. Starring Michael Keaton. John Favreau. Do you know who John Favreau is?
No.
Okay. John.
Fuck you. I'm going to tell him.
If anybody else knows who John Favreau is,
I'm sure they do.
They are bringing back his character, Happy Hogan. Happy Hogan.
That's like a porn term from a...
It is not a porn star. Happy Hogan was in the Iron Man 1 and 2. I don't think he was in number 3. He's basically Tony Stark's... He's like a bodyguard assistant from Iron Man, and he is going to be... He's still giggling. He is going to be in Spider-Man with Michael Keaton. And so that's really cool. What was the other Spider-Man related thing? Oh, Hannibal Buress, the comedian. He's wicked funny. He confirmed this week he's going to be in Spider-Man. He's going to be playing a gym teacher.
Okay.
So, he's just like, I'm going to be a gym teacher and I'm not going to know anything about anything. So there you go. Word.
I'm just seeing if there's any quick little stories I can...
Real quick, because it's time to wrap up. I know, I'm sad too. Gene Wilder passed away this week.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be one of our big topics.
Yeah, well, I mean, I could, what do you say? I mean, it's like, it seems like at least once a month we have to mention some celebrity death on the podcast. It's like, man.
Period. Once a month.
Once a month.
And it's bad news. So it fits.
Oh, I used to have this saying about a friend of mine. I used to say that he was like a period. It's like I could deal with it once a month, but beyond that, I didn't want to once a month, and that's it. I haven't talked to him in like 8 months.
Yeah, you haven't mentioned anything to me about him.
No. Anyway, so yeah, Gene Wilder passed away. Do you have a favorite Gene Wilder movie, real quick? Oh, put you on the spot.
Willy Wonka, of course.
Willy Wonka, yeah.
I can see both bugs right now. One up there and one's down here.
Try to pay attention!
And I did like See No Evil, Hear No Evil.
Did you? I own that, but I haven't watched it yet. I've had it for like... I got it back in the summer when we were doing the DVD runs. And,
Don't you miss those?
I do. And I just haven't had time to watch it. My favorite Gene Wilder movie is Stir Crazy. If you haven't seen it, get it. Watch it, buy it, Netflix it. I don't know. Somebody somewhere will probably be playing it on cable somewhere. So watch it. It's hilarious. It's with Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor. The premise is that they go to prison for a crime that they didn't commit. and they want to break out, and it's funny as hell.
We all want to break out of prison.
It's well, if the circumstances, yes. And it's just an awesome movie. Blazing Saddles, of course. I love Mel Brooks too.
Classic.
So that movie's awesome. Mel Brooks was actually, they're doing something with Blazing Saddles. I think they're turning it into a musical or something. Because Mel Brooks was on the Tonight Show talking about it, and he did a whole segment about Gene Wilder. They were friends for a long, long time. Mel Brooks because Gene Wilder was doing plays in New York for a long time, and he got clearance to do a movie called The Producers, and it was one of Gene Wilder's first big movie roles, because Mel was like, I have to put you in my movie. So it sucks. He was what, 83? That was a bug. I'm not just being flippant. I think it was like 83. He had Alzheimer's. It just sucks. So.
You just reminded me of something I wanted to mention about Gene, too.
Okay, what?
If I can remember what it was.
I don't know.
It has to do on why he hasn't acted in the last 25 years. It had something to do with the fact that he didn't like something about like swearing and violence.
Maybe.
Is why he didn't do anything.
The very last thing I saw him in was Will and Grace, and that was in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that was the last thing he ever did, but it was definitely the last thing I ever saw him in. And he was really good in that, so.
Here's something that says Gene Wilder films Blazing Saddles and Willy Wonka return to theaters this weekend.
Yes, in limited AMC movie theaters, Willy Wonka and Blazing Saddles will be played. If you haven't seen those movies, go see them. Do not go see Blazing Saddles if you are offended easily, because it will really, really offend you, but that's what's awesome about it.
At the same time, you gotta think it's made, what, in the 70s?
It was co-written with Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor co-wrote it with Mel Brooks. So
you can't blame Mel all the stuff in it.
Yeah, Mel would write stuff, and then Richard would add or subtract and say, nah, you really shouldn't be saying that, and stuff like that. So put that in your head. Have that in your head before you watch it.
It's the type of movie that they can't do these days. No,
and Mel Brooks said that recently. He said if I were going to a movie studio today and I wanted to make a movie, they would never allow me to make Blazing Saddles. No. But it's really good. Cleavon Little is in it. He's awesome. Madeline Kahn is in it. She is awesome.
She's in Clue, and Cleavon was also in.
Fletch Lives.
Once Bitten.
Well, he was also in Fletch Lives, Sean.
Yeah. I was trying to get it Once Bitten.
I know you were. I purposely went the other way. Okay, so you guys, I hope you have a terrific weekend. It's a long weekend here in the U.S. for many people. It is Labor Day weekend, where we celebrate people who work. So.
Or we can celebrate anybody that's in labor.
Oh! Ugh. Good luck with that. Okay. So, have a safe and happy weekend. I don't think I have anything at what?
I got one more thing.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to our boy, L.A. Beast. I just found out recently that he was involved in an accident, which he posted up a video on YouTube on his account. He even shows the car. It looks totally damaged. It looked like it was on fire. Yeah. He's lucky to be alive. So shout out to L.A. Beast. Glad you're okay, dude. Shout out to our friends. Joe, Sam.
I have friends.
Shut up.
No, I'm just fucking around. I don't have any friends. No.
Tab.
Okay. We're going to run down everybody we ever met. Okay, so.
Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, Mike, Ralph, Johnny. Word to the mother.
Shit. Okay, thank you for listening on SoundCloud.
Greg, Peter, Bobby, Jan.
Thank you for listening on SoundCloud. Thank you for watching on YouTube. If you like it, we're just getting our feet wet into the whole promotion thing. We're gonna start to try to do some promotional stuff. So hopefully that'll help. But you know what helps? Word of mouth. So Tell a friend. They'll tell 2 friends. They'll tell 8 friends.
Or throw a party and tell everybody. And have everybody there. Tell everybody else that they know.
Well, there you go. Have a listening party. There you go. Okay.
Get us out there.
I know, right? So, thank you. And Sean's going to tell you something. And I'm going to go away.
Have a good everything. Peace.
No!
Funny.